Howdy, folks. Welcome back. This is going to be a very difficult report to do tonight. This is going to be very disturbing, so I'm going to give a disclaimer right now and remind you guys to keep giving disclaimer throughout this whole video. This is Mr. Ryan Hall. He's one of the best weathermen on the face of the planet. This is who I go to for my weather. He's going to talk about the polar vortex that's over the North Pole right now, and I want you guys to just listen to what he has to say. And okay, here we go. I can't. Hang on. Let me just double check my stuff real quick. All right, we're just gonna start here. Can you guys hear me? Everything sounds okay. All right, picture's all good. Oh, we got too much light. Hang on. I'm not ready. So many interruptions. Oh, okay. Please bear with me. All right, you guys. Again, another disclaimer. This is going to be deeply disturbing. We are about to experience a pole flip, and I'm going to show you why. So, hold on tight, and you might not want to watch this.
Is about to happen above the North Pole that's going to wreak havoc on weather patterns worldwide. This is going to increase the risk for intense storms and cold air blasts across the U.S., meaning that many areas that have been spared from winter weather so far this year are likely in for a rude awakening from old man winter. In many regions of the eastern U.S. and Europe, winter has been relatively mild, resulting in empty ski resorts and early signs of spring such as pollen and budding flowers. But that's all about to come to an end as the weather patterns that have been causing this warmth are about to get shot down like a Chinese spy balloon. To figure out what's about to happen here, we have to start by looking at the atmosphere above our atmosphere, which is known as the stratosphere. Much of our weather happens in this first layer of the atmosphere called the troposphere, but there's all kinds of different weather systems happening above that in the stratosphere. One of the most notable weather phenomena that occurs up there is this huge swirling cyclone of Arctic air that locks in cold air around the North Pole. This is called the stratospheric polar vortex. And the edges of this vortex are basically what we usually call the polar jet stream. Right now, the jet stream is so out of whack, giant waves are forming on the edges of the polar vortex. This is actually going to cause the vortex to crash into itself, and the winds are going to weaken and then start going in reverse. This is going to...
They're going to start what? The winds are going to start going in reverse? I want you guys to pull out that list I gave you of 10 things. Okay? We had checked off 8 of the 10, or the bottom 8 of the 10, and number 1 being atmospheric collapse. We actually checked that one off too because we saw side effects already. Okay, the only one that was left to check off was called storm reversal. Okay, you guys got your list. Storm reversal is number 2. We were looking for signs of storm reversal. He just said it, storm reversal. I'm going to replay this again. Leading up right about here.
Above our atmosphere, which is known as the stratosphere. Much of our weather happens in this first layer of the atmosphere called the troposphere, but there's all kinds of different weather systems happening above that in the stratosphere. One of the most notable weather phenomena that occurs up there is this huge swirling cyclone of Arctic air that locks in cold air around the North Pole. This is called the stratospheric polar vortex. And the edges of this vortex are basically what we usually call the polar jet stream. Right now, the jet stream is so out of whack, giant waves are forming on the edges of the polar vortex. This is actually going to cause the vortex to crash into itself, and the winds are going to weaken and then start going in reverse. This is going to release all that cold air that it had locked up. And as it goes down towards the troposphere, it's going to heat up as much as 120 degrees as it falls. This is what meteorologists call a sudden stratospheric warming event. And basically, in a nutshell, this means that there's going to be a bunch of disturbances to our weather patterns as we go forward. Large waves in the jet stream and Arctic air spillage will lead to bigger storms happening on a more regular basis. We know all of this because sudden stratospheric warming events happen every other winter or so, but the intensity of their effect on the polar vortex and resulting weather patterns vary. In fact, some stratospheric warming events, or SSWs, are classified as minor, especially when there's only small changes that occur with the winds inside of a polar vortex. However, the SSW we're about to see is forecast to be major, which is when it's so disrupting that the polar vortex winds actually reverse.
Did you hear that? The polar vortex winds actually reverse. We were just doing the polar vortex, the solar crown on the sun. Here we are the next day, and there's a polar vortex problem on the Earth.
Most notable SSW in recent memory happened in 2018. Just like this year, 2018 was pretty mild through mid-February. But then the stratosphere suddenly warmed and weather mayhem unfolded over a lot of Europe and the eastern side of North America. In late February, a blast of Siberian air, later called the Beast from the East, invaded Europe, leading to the coldest weather they had seen in years. And then in March, frigid air came into eastern North America and set the stage for 4 huge snowstorms in the Northeast. This is what could actually happen this year thanks to the polar vortex falling apart. Now, I put together some forecast maps based off of this SSW that entail how I think the weather patterns are going to change for us. And if you're one of these people who are hungry for snow right now, you're going to be very interested in these maps.
Okay. I should have played this later. I had other stuff I need to show you. I had my whole show set up and something breaking just came across. Oh my God. All right, let me back up and start my show where I was going to. All right, what was this one again? All right, what was this one? Okay, so you heard what he said, and you saw the polar vortex. Now, hold that thought for a second. I want to go back to our list here. Okay, so we can start checking off number 2, storm reversal, okay? So check it off because there's more coming. Down past 10, we had started adding more. Number 11 was static discharge, and number 12 was gamma ray burst. Well, we were seeing gamma ray bursts coming out of the Earth on the magnetic field lines. Static discharge. What would static discharge look like on the Earth? Well, we have this effect called upward lightning, and we're going to study this for a second. Okay? Yes, this is it. All right. Please play, Lord. This has to work, please. Okay, you see this upward lightning? It's coming from the ground and it's going upward. And that's more than just one strike. Watch this. Watch this again. That's an electromagnetic discharge from the Earth, and it connects to the clouds because the clouds have the opposite polar.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox
Sorry,
Weather's
Amy.
YouTube page.
But okay, back to what I was saying real quick. So usually lightning works with a charge in the clouds and a charge on the ground, and it connects positive to negative or negative to positive. This is working in reverse. The charge is coming from the Earth. The Earth is emitting gamma rays and gamma and stuff, and this is how it does it through electrostatic discharge like this. So this is the Earth coughing out lightning, and the next closest thing with the opposite field for it to reach to is the clouds. Okay? This is different. There is ground to cloud lightning, which is, very similar to this, but this is very violent and very focused on this one area. This is more than just ground to cloud. This is a electromagnetic or a static discharge. Okay, and that was like just a couple months ago. Okay, I'll let it play one more time. Oh my God, forgive me. I'm a wreck right now.
I'm Amy Freeze.
All right. Thank you, Amy. Next one. Hopefully you guys are understanding that. Why is this light shining? What is going on here? All right, please, computer, pull up this next frame. Everything is going to be stalling on your computers for a minute, and you'll soon see why. Okay, now here is another example now. This is another upward lightning, but this is coming from the top of a volcano. Now this volcano is not erupting. There's no ash cloud that is causing the static discharge in the ash cloud. This is a dormant volcano. It has a little cloud band at the top because of the storms blowing through. But at this juncture, this at the top of this volcano, it emits this huge plasma thing, and we'll go through this one. Okay, here we go. All right, listen closely to this one too, you guys. Or no, there's no. I gotta turn sound off on this.
An amateur photographer
Yeah, I'll
who
play
has
sound.
captured an incredible video of the upward lightning shooting from the top of a mountain.
Look at that! Look at that!
The amazing phenomenon was filmed at Volcan de Agua, Guatemala.
Wait, where'd that one? Okay, this one right here. Come on, Lord, let me zoom in on this. Oh, all right. Well, it won't let me zoom in on it. That's okay. We're gonna do this. You guys can see this pretty well, but I want you to see it better. Okay. Oh, come on, Lord. All right. This is coming right off. All right. You can see the top of the volcano is draped in cloud. This is not ash. This is cloud. Okay. The tip of the volcano is right under this, right where the apex is. Okay. All right, this is not a normal lightning strike, you guys. This is a plasma. This is a plasma emission from the throat of the volcano. Magma is moving through the conduit in the volcano, causing friction inside the throat of the volcano, and it's coughing out this plasma. Okay, you guys. I was trying to show you this last week. I'm sorry I'm a wreck right now. Just had a hard day. Come on, please. Let it work. All right. Let me play this for a minute while I regain my composure.
The amazing phenomenon was filmed at Volcan de Agua, Guatemala.
Isn't that beautiful? But scary when you understand what's going on. When you really understand what that volcano is spitting out lightning. It's not erupting lava. It is spitting out lightning, you guys. Our planet is overcharged. It's like a battery that you overcharge. It has to emit a spark, and the sparks are coming out of the volcanoes. Now, what's this other one? Oh my God. Help me please with this next one. Oh, it's scary. You ain't seen nothing yet. Wait until you see the gem tonight. I don't even want to call it the gem anymore. Okay. This is an incident that happened to this gentleman. Okay, back it up here. I think I slowed it down. Let me get it in a better screen there. Play. Okay, watch this gentleman get struck by lightning. Whoops. Did you see that? Let me find the frame one. All right, you saw it. Well, here we'll play it again. That bolt came up from the ground, you guys. It did not come down from the air. Come on. See that? All right, you guys. This is going to start happening to everybody all over the place now, okay? There's going to be static electric discharges from the ground, striking people from the ground. Not from clouds in the sky, but from the ground, you guys. Okay. Now, what was this next one? Please help me, Lord.
What will you do? Will you make something better? Create something.
I've always been able to hold my composure. I always pride myself on not losing my composure. Come on, please play this, Lord. Oh, it's stuck on the other one. That's why. Okay, pause that. Oh, wait. I wanted to pause it on this. That's why we're not done yet. Thank you, Lord, finally. Okay. Do you guys see this? It's reaching up from the ground and striking him in the shoulder. It's not lightning coming down and striking the umbrella. It's not even touching the umbrella. This is lightning coming up and striking this man in the shoulder. Okay, so please restart this one. That's what I wanted to warn you guys about. Okay. The planet is overcharged. It's emitting. Yes, thank you. Okay, please be. Internet's going to be having some problems, you guys, so just bear with me. All right.
You're among the first in the world to ever see this.
Did you see that?
A cluster of 14 simultaneous upward moving discharges. So what the heck is going on?
What the heck is going on? 14 simultaneous upward strikes all at once, you guys. This is more than just ground to cloud lightning. I'm telling you, these are this is a field of windmills, and these windmills aren't getting struck. They are emitting lightning from the tips of them because they're connected to the ground. They are like antennas for the ground sticking up. So stay away from these things. They are lightning rods. The clouds won't strike you. This thing will strike you when you're on the ground. Okay? You guys that live around these things, get away from it. Well, doesn't matter now. So, this is more of this plasma discharge. That was what tonight's show was going to be on. Okay, so I want you to go to your list and go ahead and check off number 11. Number 12 we had checked off. I think we've checked off the whole list of signs that would indicate that we have a core reversal, okay? Now, the last one I expected to see was the atmosphere collapse, okay? Because that's a major one. And we have seen signs of the atmosphere collapse with our holes at the top and bottom in the atmosphere, and then the anomaly over South America, all right? Those are examples of what a hole in the of atmosphere collapse would look like. Okay, so we're checking that one off. We're checking off storm reversal because we're going to go into the first part of the report tonight. Help me now, God. All right, let's go back to him real quick. Where was this? I'm trying to gather my thoughts here too, folks. My mind is like a hurricane racing right now. It is so hard to focus. What was the part I wanted here? Right here. Thank you, God, for helping me.
Every other winter or so, but the intensity of their effect on the polar vortex and resulting weather patterns vary. In fact, some stratospheric warming events, or SSWs, are classified as minor, especially when there's only small changes that occur with the winds inside of a polar vortex. However, the SSW we're about to see is forecast to be major, which is when it's so disrupting that the polar vortex winds actually reverse. The most notable SSW in recent memory happened in 2018. Just like this year, 2018 was pretty mild through mid-February. But then the stratosphere suddenly warmed and weather mayhem unfolded over a lot of Europe and the eastern side of North America. In late February, a blast of Siberian air, later called the Beast from the East, invaded Europe, leading to the coldest they had seen in years. And then in March, frigid air came into eastern North America and set the stage for 4 huge snowstorms in the Northeast.
This is what you guys are about to see
this year, thanks to the polar vortex falling apart. Now, I put together some forecast maps based off of this SSW that entail.
Okay, I just had to replay that a little bit because I wanted you to hear that and notice how he was showing you the directions of these vortexes. Okay, now a little. Oh, I can't even say this. I'm just gonna play it. All right, this is called the Coriolis effect. Okay, now this is the upper stratospheric winds. Okay. And how they behave. All right.
Sucked into the center, but the air coming from the equator will
Whoops.
it will deflect to the right, while the air coming from the poles will be moving. If we look at it all flattened out, we can picture something like this. Arrows at the equator travel faster than arrows at the 45-degree line, like we just observed. Now imagine you're a cloud that formed here on the equator. You'll have the same velocity as the Earth, but then a gust of wind sweeps you to the north, where the Earth isn't spinning as fast. Due to inertia, your speed remains the same. You don't get any faster, but everything around you is literally traveling slower, so you, relative to the ground, move ahead of everything else. If you're a cloud that forms at the 45-degree line, you'll also have the same speed as everything around you. But if you drift down to the equator, you'll be moving slower than the ground underneath you, so you'll fall behind. And the same...
Okay, notice when it falls behind, it's still arrows going forward, okay? Right.
Things for the southern...
Did you see that? Here, let me just rewind that one little part here. All right, right here. As this thing does fall behind, if it drops from this latitude, it falls behind, it's still moving forward. All the direction is moving forward. There are reverse flows, reverse bands that go this way in between this flow, okay? So that's why you get these sandstorms off of Africa that come across this direction and you see stuff coming east to west, is because there's a reverse band in here, and then there's a reverse band in this zone too. But there are bands like this. Most of it is going this way because the planet's rotating that way. Okay? Ta-da. Okay, now there's another important factor. I'm going to play this a little bit more. I want you to listen closely.
So you'll fall behind. And the same things for the southern hemisphere.
Now the southern
Moving towards
hemisphere.
The equator always results in falling behind, while moving away results in pushing ahead. Okay. Now imagine a low pressure cell. That means all the air around it will get pushing ahead. The equator always, so you'll fall behind.
Southern hemisphere.
Things for the southern hemisphere. Moving towards the equator always results in falling behind, while moving away results in pushing ahead. Okay, now imagine a low pressure falling behind.
All right, they go backwards a little bit, but both go forward, okay?
Low pressure cell. That means all the air around.
Okay, so you saw this little part right, freeze it right here. Where is it? Okay. All right. So here, we do get current that comes backwards, but that's when clouds are formed down here. They push up towards the equator, okay? This is a simple little construct. I'm showing you this because I want you just, the next thing I'm going to show you is definitely not this effect, okay? I want you to understand and see which way the weather flows. Oh, no, that was wrong. This one. No, this one. Okay, help me. All right, what you're about to see is very, very disturbing. This is warning you guys that You please stop loading this one and please switch to this one. Okay. Oh, please load up. Whew. Here is our polar vortex that he was talking about, okay? It's a monster. That is so abnormal. It's unexplainable. Well, I'm gonna explain it the best I can, so bear with me. I'm gonna stumble a lot tonight. Okay, let's kind of zoom in here. All right. Now, do you notice first off how off center it is? Let me zoom in on these lines here. Come on, Lord, let me zoom in on these lines. Okay, here's the North Pole with the little cross on it. All right, usually this is going around like this. Not separate. It does separate in between seasons and does this effect, but not like this, okay? So hard to do. All right, you can see its central position right here. It's over like Norway, and this is the bay. I wish we had better. Come on, God, let this. Okay, let's leave it alone for a second. Okay, did you guys get to see a little bit? This is Spain. Pull it up here. All right, you see Spain. Here's the top of Africa. Look how far down this is reaching. This is a vortex reaching down to the top of Africa. You see it draping down in here? Watch it feed from that. Do you see this? This is like a super hurricane, okay? It's dropping down into our zones. Just above Spain, everybody above Spain is going to be in deep shit. This is hitting, oh, help me, God. Where's the drink? This is hitting the UK, Scotland, Ireland, France, Germany, most of Europe, Italy, Turkey, Ukraine, the Black Sea, all the bad guys, oh my God. They are suffering right now so bad, and to have the insult added to injury. I'm going to zoom in. Here, when we do this, pick out your spot. You can get reference. Let me reference you real quick. It's kind of hard. This is the Mediterranean Sea, Spain, and Africa. Okay? Now watch this. All right, here we go. I'll let it play for a second. All right. This is not the only thing going on, because do you see the feature? Doesn't it look like that eye? Doesn't it look like that magnetic field? It's that same teardrop feature. It's just kind of eerie, but that's not what's eerie. Let's go over and check on the United States, huh? This is going to be shocking, folks. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's zoom in, shall we? Do you guys see the flow? Every state has east to west flow. What was I saying about storm reversal? Folks, the weather's going the wrong way. That's storm reversal. That is the last indicator that we had to check off our list. And oh crap, look at this example. Now, I'm going to zoom out, because usually our weather comes off the coast and goes totally the opposite direction. It usually comes out of Russia. So let's go over to Russia and take a peek what's going on over there. What the? Are you guys seeing what I'm showing? Okay. Then, let me back out of this. Now that you see Alaska and Russia, everybody having backward weather, is a result of this huge offset polar vortex. I told you guys a vortex would be in the sign of it. It was a sign in the sun too. Here it is. This is our sign. And what I'm about to show you next is going to be the hardest thing I've ever done in all my videos, because I've shown you guys some shit over the years. Some really gnarly stuff. And here. Okay, so we got weather on the northern hemisphere, moving over America and Russia and the Pacific, moving backwards right now, okay? You guys are witnessing this. This is current right now. But that's not the disturbing part. What's going on below here? What the... Let you guys take a minute to soak that in. And that goes all the way around the world, okay? It actually goes above the equator. If I can freeze this, here's the equator right here. It's actually up to the 15-degree parallel. It's actually gone up above the equator. When I release this, watch the flow. It's all at the 15-degree line. Watch over here. Look how defined that 15-degree line is. Are you guys seeing this, dude? This is not all, because I'm going to show you the bottom of the world. Let's take a peek from down here. Look at this. No disruptions on the boundary whatsoever. Total organization. Granted, this does happen in their summer, but not this intensely. And then there's a little something else going on here, you guys. Let's zoom in. What's going on in here? These almost kind of look like magnetic field line, like you know, scattered magnetic field lines. And as we zoom into these, just pick one and watch its rotation. Let me go in a little tighter. My bad. Come on, Lord, let play. They're all rotating vortexes. Okay? Some are rotating one way, some are rotating opposite. You see all this rotating vortices, multiple opposite rotating vortices, ones that feed into each other, off of one, into another. This is all scattered magnetic field lines, you guys. Now for the most disturbing part. Oh, wait, what was the other one? Okay, all right. Thank you, God, for helping me. I have to get these in order so you guys understand. Okay. All right, Robert, suspicious observers. Please play this guy.
These are the current motions, and that is not disputed. But this magnetic meeting point scenario also has interesting coincidences, and not a one of them is bright and sunny. First, this region was an incredibly interesting place a few years ago, until the data disappeared. Buoy in event mode, south of Bali. For those who monitor the ocean, this is a familiar sight. The tail of this buoy starts with another, and begins long before there was such a thing as station 53046. You will notice the primary areas of coverage. Few days after this video aired, the buoy disappeared, and to this day both it and its data are gone. Further complicating the story is that this region forms a geographically small triangle with the strongest magnetic point on Earth, the South Magnetic Pole, and with the Dragon's Triangle, Asia's version of the Bermuda Triangle, and indeed, that new pole position is near where those airplanes disappeared in recent years. Now, since one pole might reasonably be expected to emerge on the opposite side of Earth, We find that to be here, in South America or perhaps just offshore, forming a geographically small triangle with the weakest magnetic region on Earth, the South Atlantic anomaly, and the Bermuda Triangle, where airplanes may have been known to encounter a difficulty or two over time. So the magnetic poles are on a collision course, at a point near the magnetic maximum point of Earth in the Dragon's Triangle, with the other side of the world, where the other pole would be, happening to sit next to the magnetic minimum point of Earth and the Bermuda Triangle. This is not your normal polar wander. This is a true shift, and Earth is already down approximately 20% in magnetic field strength and decreasing. As if all these coincidences aren't enough, there is one more, and it is the big one. A few days
Where was that image?
out of the world, where the other pole
Alright, I'm
would
going
be,
to freeze frame it there. Take note of where these two poles are traveling to and where they think the new pole is going to be, okay? Now you guys sit down for this. I am serious. I don't want a single one of you guys standing up right now. Have something ready next to you. Okay. Let's go back to the null skull here now. So here we are. Our winds are going all the way backwards, all the way around the southern hemisphere. Now let's go over to this area here and take a peek at what's going on. Do you guys see this spiral effect going right there? And the disturbing part is, it's not a hurricane. You can see the winds and everything. It's not spinning. That's a geomagnetic signature coming from the crust of the earth right there. And when I was trying to report on this earlier, I was waiting for Marth to finish up, and it was smaller, you guys. It was way smaller than this one like an hour ago. It was just really small. And now you can see rings out here. It was like only this big a little while ago. But look right where it is. It's just, we put this thing right where they said, all right, you see this little green circle? That's where they said, wait, let me move it a little bit better. No, it was right here. Okay, back up. Yeah, right there. That's where they predicted the new pole was going to be. Do you see what's going on right here? Everything's moving backwards. We have this. There's going to be a huge earthquake right here. Everybody on the coast here, get out of there. This has been the hardest thing I've ever had to report on, you guys. And I was just messing around. I was just moving the globe. I was just rotating, watching these winds go by. And it was when I clicked like this to move it that I noticed that feature there. And it's grown by probably 2 to 3 times its size since I just saw it before this report. No, stay right here. Look at this. As I back up, look how red and intense it is. Can you see? Oh, come on, Lord. Help me with the color on this. I hate it that red does not show up on this camera very well. There we go. Because this is the most vital information in the world right now. Breaking news, breaking news. The poles are about to flip. No shit. This isn't just like a theory. This isn't like, oh, conjecture. This is it. I have no idea what happens here. We have a huge earthquake. We have crustal displacement. We have the weather. The entire southern hemisphere, even above the equator, is going backwards. You guys, there are no bands. This is not the Coriolis effect or whatever. This is not it. This is in response to this. There is an outside source that's messing with our magnetic field. The core is probably doing this. I mean, look at this. This is all backwards. Here, let's go back over to the U.S. here real quick, you guys. I'll let the winds play here. We'll zoom in. Pick your state. So if nothing happens, I'm full of it. Did you not see the earthquake in Turkey? Did you not see the fissures? Did you not see any of the stuff that's going on? Nothing's going to happen. Yep, nothing's going to happen. The sun's flipping out. It's going to do its magnetic pole flip. Our planet is about to do its magnetic pole flip. When we look back in history, we all see mud floods and catastrophic. We all know what's coming. You want to know what's coming? Read the Bible. Quit being a disbeliever. Go over and open the pages and know what's going on. It says in there, the weather will turn backwards, and it's happening. This is a result of our core spinning backwards, you guys. Look at this. Coming off the Pacific? No. Going into the Pacific. And it's not just like one low pressure that's spinning one tiny little spin out here. This is all the way from the top of Alaska. Look at this. From above the top of the, it's like almost like a new North Pole. Maybe. Ooh, look at this rotation going. Well, I don't know what to call it. All right, you guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I really do. I'm not like the scare tactic guy, and me crying doesn't help either, but anybody with the right mind can see the implications. You see this little red streak up here? These rings are reaching out now. You can see they're getting, this was just like a little tiny bullseye right here in this square, and now it is branched out. Come on, give me, where's my, no, it's, where's the little contrast thing here? It looks like there's already an earthquake hitting. These are already, you know, the rings or whatever. This is going to be huge, you guys. Whatever is going on, we know what's going on here. Look at this, you guys. This is nuts. Okay, and now for another gem. This is from a special team member here. I see she might be around to watch her part of the report. Oh, why did it cut out? Oh no, we're trying to get to this one. Come on, open this up, please, Lord. Just bear with me real quick. Your internet's going slow now, and I think you guys understand why. You understand how important it is to share this video tonight? And all the other ones, please reload this. All right, maybe if I start erasing some of these. Oh, here we go. June. Okay. All right. Thank you for bearing with me. I was just not prepared tonight, you guys. All I wanted to do was the lightning report. That's all I wanted to do. All I wanted to do was just write down number 11. I didn't want to find that. Now, it's to our star reporter. She knows who she is. She sent me this. This is the University of Memphis's recent earthquake station, okay? You guys recognize the states and the boundaries here? Pull back a little bit. This is New Madrid, you guys, currently. These are little micro quakes. It's not big quakes yet, but we know what quake swarms do. Okay? You saw what happened in Turkey. You see the pressure that's building up right now. The New Madrid, I have a bad feeling, is about to snap. We might see the country crack in half. You know, they've always predicted that stuff. And so all you people here on the... Oh, please give me this thing. Bigger. There we go. Full screen. Thank you, Lord. Oh, finally. I got a pounding headache. Okay, everybody in this region, get out of there. Or brace for impact, okay? This is not a joke. Everybody around here better just start taking this seriously, okay? This is not a joke. These aren't big quakes, but this is a swarm right on the New Madrid. You saw what is happening with the pole flip. Something's going to give there, all right? So start warning all your friends in this area, warning all your friends on the coast. Do whatever you can for yourself. We have February 18th coming up. It's a couple minutes away from the 15th. That's 3 days, folks. And with how fast that seismic ring just grew within the couple hours, or just 1 hour since I started this, okay, that's not a storm. It's like some kind of magnetic anomaly on the seafloor. I'm shifting it around so the color bands might come in better. You know what? Let me give it a little more light here. Try this for a second. Come on, computer. There we go. And it's hiding under the flow. I was just rotating the planet looking at this flow going across the whole southern hemisphere going, no way. Our whole weather pattern is backwards. Most of the northern hemisphere and all of the southern hemisphere are going backwards. The only place that isn't going backwards, oh my God, this ring is getting so defined. Look at this, you guys. This is nuts. Somebody call Dutch Sense. Get him on the horn now. Everybody somebody wake him up. I don't care if it's 2 a.m. Any of his closest viewers, somebody's got to know somebody that knows Dutch's number. You get him on the horn now. You people that are in the military, you better call your super superiors right now. Any people in the police, you better call your captains and all your people right now. This is fucking dire emergency. We could be having this any moment. From the size that it is now, from when it started an hour ago, I'm telling you, it was a small, tight spiral right here inside this one white square. Give me thing. All right, that's not going to work, but so what? There we go. And now it has grown. Let me do some math real quick here. Stop it with the waves. Zoom back out. Okay, where's my ring? My latest outside ring is here. Okay, this is a big old bullseye going this whole Indian Ocean area. I would say this circumference 3,000 miles wide. 3,000. I don't know. We need Dutch's tool. I don't have the tool. I don't have the time. I am so rattled right now. Get everybody on the horn. Wake everybody up. What's that saying in The Right Stuff? Wake up 8,000 people at NASA. You guys sound that, the purge alarm or something. This is no joke. This should be headlines on the news. I'm sure they're going to cover everything, every lame-ass story. It's propaganda right now. Dude, this thing has a serious spiral. These aren't just rings. This is a serious spiral, you guys. This is going to be our new pole. This is totally going to be our new pole. This is spiraling and getting bigger. Oh my. Right? Just 10 degrees off of where they predicted. Wait, let me move the green dot to where they predicted. Back out. And they weren't far off. It's got to be that. It has to be that. It's the only thing it could be that. Oh, the other pole, he said was going to be over off of South America, right about here. Look how this spot's getting red. I bet you we start seeing another one of these effects here pretty soon over on this side. And if that happens, you guys know it's on. You already know it's on. Look at this right here. We don't need the other one to tell us. Something huge is about to happen. This might be the big earthquake that, you know, the 10.0 that just levels this region. I'm just kind of estimating. I'm not... You guys can all have your theories and stuff. You look at this and tell me, what do you think? I'm telling you what I think is going to... It's going to be our new pole, either north or south pole. This is going to cause the pole and the crust to spin backwards, and we're going to have tidal waves. We're going to have earthquakes, volcanoes, static electricity, discharges coming out of the ground, chaos, mayhems, cats and dogs. What was the term? Getting along. Yeah, you see this giant red spot growing here, right off the coast. It's 10 degrees off the coast, just like, or 10 degrees off their guesstimate was right. Come on, take the wind away for a minute. Oh, hang on. He said right there. Oh, stop it. All right. So they predicted right here on the equator, just off the coast of South America, is where they predicted that other pole to be. And this hot spot right here is very close to that prediction. This is going to be the other pole. This hot spot and that other hot spot. We all know what's going. Check the radar there now also. I don't know the tool right now, and I don't have the wits about me anymore. My brain has been racked with all these revelations and discoveries over the last 5 days. It's just been a whirlwind in my head. It's like a hurricane in my brain. And it feels just like this right here. Oh, let's go back to this, dude, because we didn't pay enough attention to this. This is going to wreak havoc. The web that Ryan Hall said, this is going to wreak havoc. It's over Russia, most of Europe. The central part right here might be the only place in this whole area that dodges a bullet. Now, check this out. That's what I wanted to say. See how it's feeding off of this right here? Okay. So it's reaching back. You see the, come on now, this comma shape right here, okay? That's this inflow. As we pull back from it, this section right here is the only section on the Earth that's going in, the weather's going in the right direction, and that's only because it's being sucked in by this polar vortex. That's the only reason why this isn't going backwards too, is because it's part of this getting sucked into this polar vortex. The moment you get on the other side of this line right here, well, yeah, right about there, it all turns around, goes this way, and everything else from the northern hemisphere is going backwards. Okay? Yeah, wake up Mike. Somebody get Mike on the horn. Get Pastor Paul on the horn. Yes, somebody get Pastor Paul on the horn. He needs to know this. Somebody send him this video, this link. I don't care if I don't get credit for it. I'm so used to that by now. But this has to get out. 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 This has to be the most viral video in the world right now. I'm not trying to brag or get points or score points. This is an emergency alert, you guys. This is an emergency alert. Okay? Something big is going down. Something big is going down in the Indian Ocean. We're going to have a pole flip. Our new pole is going to be here in the Indian Ocean. I don't know how much time we have, you guys. The 18th is only 3 days away. This could actually happen on the 18th. Okay? That might give us a little time, 3 days to prepare. Okay? Get the word out. Tell everybody you know. Send them this link. When this video's over, send them this link. Share it. Do whatever you have to. Get on Facebook. Put it on every channel in the comment channel. Do what you guys got to do to get this out there. They're going to shut this down as soon as they see me or whatever, and they know what this is doing. Screenshot this, you guys. Come over to this is Null School. This is nullschool.net. Come over to this site and take screenshots of this right now before it gets taken down. Number one, if you're in the chat, you know what to do. Go over there, get screenshots of this for me, please. I don't know how to do that stuff, and right now, after this video, I will probably collapse and turn into a mess. Because you guys are just the ones witnessing the report. I'm the one that discovered this and has to report on it. I didn't want to, but I'm commanded by God to show you the signs. And I always like to report on funny things that were happy and joyous and not bad news. I wish all these discoveries, I wish I was wrong on all this stuff. You guys, I'm moving this around so you guys can see my color thing isn't all that good. And if I stay moving around, it doesn't, the wind bands don't show up. Okay, we're talking, here's the tip of India. Here's the entire, here's Australia, the entire Indonesian place. These volcanoes are probably going to go nuts. Madagascar might be gone. Africa, I don't know. I don't know. You guys, you know what's going to happen. I just hate saying it. And look how red, and our South America anomaly is all red. All of Brazil is all red. This whole red zone, something badass is going to happen right here. There's going to be earthquake or something of magnitude 10. I don't even know. It could be even bigger off the charts. There may be nothing. But does this indicate nothing? Come on now. We are in deep doo-doo. And this is a spiral. These aren't consecutive rings. This is a spiral. A tight. It's getting tighter. Ooh. Right around there was a good shot. I thought maybe it was like the radar, you know, their Pacific radar, you know, emission things that we get from our NexRad pulse. This is no NexRad pulse, you guys. And what was weird was, let's see if we can get it on one of these bands real quick. You see this big red band? Oh, it's not doing it anymore. This wind was rippling over these bands, almost like they were magnetic waves coming off the earth, and the storm was reacting to them. And there's kind of a good shot right there, huh? I finally nailed it. It kind of comes through with the thing going across it too, huh? You can see the spiral. you guys. Alright. I don't know what else to say except I love you all. God bless you all. Those rings are getting more and more defined. Even the wider ones out here. There was this, you can see this whole round effect right here, but it's these middle rings are starting to fill in. This tight circle is broadening out. It's becoming a bigger and bigger spiral. All this is going to fill in within the next few hours. In fact, I'm in so much pain and agony and I can't sleep, so maybe I'll come back a little while here and give you guys something to do, and we'll see how this is progressed in the next 2 hours, because at this rate these next few hours might be crucial. So what I need to do is end this stream so you guys can grab the link and share it. Alright, so that's it for right now. Look forward to part 2 here probably in maybe another hour or two. Let me go do a little more research on some information, but that'll give you guys a break to make phone calls, wake up people in the middle of the night. I don't know, it's up to you, but I'm telling you, something serious is going down. You guys wake up Paul and Dutch Sense. Get them over here. Tell them to go to null school or whatever to this instrument. And I don't care if I get credit. This is too important information. It has to get out there. All right, that's it. I'm shutting it down so you guys can grab the link and share it. I'll be back in about an hour or so when I regain my composure. I think you could see why I lost it. All right. That's it for now. I love you all. God bless you all. It's 12:15. I'll try to come back at 1:15. That's it for right now. God bless you all. Until the next one. Bye.